Council, before adjournment, entertained an acknowledgement from the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment through me, the Minister of State, responsible for industry, an acknowledgement of two recent, very profound pronouncements. One at the last Federal Executive Council by Mr. President on the Renewed Hope Agenda and Nigeria First policy, and the other some weeks back by the National Economic Council requiring the setting up of a CTG board, cotton, textiles and garment. Under the Nigerian First policy, the ministry's acknowledgement was about the fact that the promotion of made in Nigeria goods and services, is one of the key mandates, of industry. So the acknowledgement was to thank Mr. President, because it was a plus for industry. Nothing kills a country's industrial development and progress as much as the lack of patronage for made in Nigeria goods. In a tour of some industries, it's been discovered how some industrialists manufacture goods. They are not sold, they are not bought because of the unquenchable thirst for foreign-made goods. The appreciation, for example, that although in the past we've had Executive Orders 3 and 5, that this policy pronouncement by Mr. President last week, widely acclaimed by the Nigerian public, the public is also waiting to see that it's implemented. So having to set up, the proper framework for that policy implementation was highlighted. And the fact that the contribution in terms of economic value of implementing this policy is upwards of about 3 trillion, naira annually. It's going to contribute to about 20% growth in the manufacturing sector in the next 3 years, contribute about 500,000 jobs in the short term, and lead to a reduction in about 30% of unnecessary foreign imports. So all of these, came in for mention. And then on that CTG, like I said, NEC had actually recommended for the setting up of the board. The cotton, textile and garment sector is so important. In the early 70s, it was contributing, competing with government in terms of the employment of labor and all of that. That seems to have been lost. The president directed that the ministry should collaborate with the Ministry of Agri, especially in terms of cotton, because after the production of cotton, textiles and garment become industry matters. And I think that what is important is that in continuation of the president's demonstration of leadership and courageous leadership is leading from the front, and hopefully the proper implementation of these pronouncements will have a very profound effect in terms of the growth of Nigerian industry and manufacturing sector. Thank you.